The autumn-winter 2025 trends are the most wearable and least time-sensitive I've seen in a while. Hi guys, my name is Holland and I am here with an autumn-winter 2025 trend video. And yes, I know there are already so many of these out there, but I love to watch these kind of videos every season, even putting them on in the background while I'm getting ready or cleaning. I just feel like there are so many different interpretations of these trends every season just because people have such individual style, and so people kind of see the trends and wear them differently, obviously, and it's just really cool and inspiring to see. So that's kind of how I'll be approaching the video this year. For me, I'm originally from the Pacific Northwest, Vancouver, Canada, but now I live in California. I've been here for a couple years, but I do love New York style and Copenhagen style, so interpret that however you will. But basically my style is more effortless and modern with a mix of masculine and feminine vibes. And my wardrobe is mostly neutral tones, but I do try to make an outfit interesting with texture or pattern. And I am trying to lean into more of a maximalist style with my purchases in the future. I definitely have a long way to go, but I do love that maximalism style, and that's kind of what I aspire to be going into the future, which is probably why fall is one of my most favorite seasons to style for. But I do feel like the trends this year are some of the best, like most wearable fall winter trends we've seen in a while, at least for me, because I do feel like they are a lot more effortless and there's a good mix of like textures and patterns that are more timeless too. Like they could be worked into a fall, autumn, winter capsule wardrobe and stand the test of time. At least that's how I see them. And also, with that being said, you probably have a lot of these styles and trends already in your closet, so you don't have to actually buy a lot for a lot of the trends this season. So let's jump into the trends, but before we do, I just want to add that you don't have to follow trends. I just love knowing what's going on with fashion and trends and kind of being able to see them and appreciate them out in the wild. And it's not like you aren't fashionable or stylish if you don't follow trends. It's truly not that serious. It's just about knowing what's going on in the fashion world. But anyways, let's get started with some trends. Okay, the first trend I'm calling cross your T's and dot your I's, which is basically all about stripes and polka dots. Polka dots were seen a lot more in the summer with like skirts, tops, dresses, but also jackets and like even like nail designs. There's actually this really cute polka dot like windbreaker funnel neck jacket from Zara that I'm really into right now. For me, I find polka dots a bit too vintagey and not modern enough for my styling personally. Maybe even too feminine too, which is kind of funny because I actually love the whole lace trend, which we'll talk about later. But most of the time, polka dots just remind me of like the 50s or 60s. But maybe when they are done in a more modern way, like that Zara windbreaker, I can kind of get into it. And that kind of also, I feel like, because it's kind of like a baggier jacket, it's kind of a little more masculine too. So I can get into that. But typically, I feel like polka dots aren't really for me, but stripes are more so my style. They've been in for a bit too since the beginning of spring last year, I'd say, when that whole nautical trend happened. This season though, I feel like the stripes are a bit more sporty. We're seeing them a lot in those like rugby shirts, rugby style polo tops, or just like sweaters, or just long sleeve or even like short sleeve shirts too. I'm a big fan of stripes. I love the idea of mixing and matching stripes, so like pinstripe pants and like striped sweater, or like striped shorts and a rugby polo, like that Reformation oversized boyfriend sweater. Or I think Reformation also has like a Cove sweater. It's called like the Cove sweater, kind of like similar styles, but like those are really high on my wish list too. And I got these lioness shorts and I styled them with like a barn jacket and boots and boyfriend tee for kind of that like effortless style, which I really like. But honestly, pattern mixing of any kind really screams style to me. I just love the mixing of like stripes and stripes, or stripes and polka dots, or polka dots and polka dots, even like polka dots with like animal prints, or like stripes and polka dots and animal prints. Which brings me to my next trend, which I'm calling Let's Get Wild, which is animal prints and animal textures. And animal print never really goes out of style. We see it every year, every season. But I feel like a lot of designers are really leaning into it this year. We're seeing not just animal print too, we're seeing a lot of like animal textures. And by that I mean like faux fur, the calf hair or the horse hair or whatever, or like a snakeskin leather. And it's literally on everything from like skirts and tops to jackets and dresses. This snakeskin print dress has been saved in my Pinterest forever. And I love it because it comes across as neutral to me, which of course that is like the majority of my closet. But I mean, it is like neutral colors, but it is pretty bold, but also like not bold. Like I find like snakeskin is a really good kind of like color neutral, print neutral, if that makes sense. Like I just feel like you could wear it with like anything and it looks good. Like it doesn't look too overdone. Like even though she's wearing like snakeskin print from like head to toe, I don't think that it looks like overdone. especially when you wear it with a long jacket or something, but it's not just, it just looks so interesting, but not too bold, at least to me. I just love that look. Araki has this zebra print blazer that I've been looking at for a while now. And honestly, so many designers have such cool animal print or animal texture jackets out right now. Like Dries Van Noten has this, I think it's like a cow print jacket, and it's so super cool. It comes in like different lengths too. There are just so many options out there right now. And of course, animal print boots are like a staple. I'm actually so mad at myself because, okay, there's these Coperni bridge boots. I feel like you've probably seen them somewhere. They've been popular for a few years now. I saw them I think it was last year, in this like brown snakeskin pattern, and I love them so much. But at the time I was still kind of, you know, it was like the clean girl aesthetic, and I felt like they were too busy for that time. And I was like, oh, if I get them, will I even wear them? Because are they too much for like what's trending right now? But I loved them so much, and I found them on sale in my size, but I didn't buy them. And I'm actually so mad at myself because now I look back and I'm like, I would wear those all the time, and they were so cool, and they still are, and I can't find them anymore. And I actually found out that they had a more like green color version of them, which I love even more, but I can't find those anywhere. So anyways, I think the lesson of the story is, if you love them, then buy them, because it doesn't matter what's trending or not. And I learned that lesson a little too late. So I did end up buying the boots in like a brown that's kind of like a textured brown, and I still love them, but not as much as I would have loved the snakeskin ones. So don't be me. There's a lot of items that are coming in like horsehair texture, which I love. There's like these Alaïa flats. I've seen them in like sneakers. It's coming in like bags and belts. It's just a really cool like subtle texture. There's also these Adidas Taekwondo cowhide sneakers, Alaïa horsehair sandals, and flats are like East and West bag. There's this Prada bag that's super cool. And of course we love like cow prints, snakeskin prints, and zebra print, and we see those, oh, and like leopard print too. Like obviously those are classics, but I've been seeing some items in deer print and also Dalmatian. I think those are kind of unique because you don't really see those too often, especially the deer print. I mean, the Dalmatian, you don't want to look too Cruella de Vil, but I think the deer one is a really cool one. It's almost like a reverse cow print, if you know what I mean, because it's like primarily brown with some like white spots in it. I just love how that looks. Obviously they're kind of like neutral, but have like texture and like pattern, which is very me coded. But oh, and another thing, I saw this blazer. I actually ordered this blazer from Naked Vice, and it's like a neutral textured, like kind of like faux fur, but also horsehair texture blazer, oversized, and it was styled by Babes on Trend. I'll post a picture here, and it looks so good. I got the blazer, but I didn't love like I want to say like the quality of it. I kind of just wanted it to be warmer, but I love the look of it. So maybe if someone's looking for something like that, it's really cool to wear like how they wore it, with like mini shorts and just like an all black outfit, tights or no tights or whatever, and heels, like for a cute night out. I love that. Or you can wear it with jeans too, but that one is a really good piece too. The next trend I'm calling underwear is outerwear, and mostly I'm referring to lace and lace trims. So think of that like viral Zara dress and the Zara shirt equivalent, where it's just like a satin or satin like material with like the lace trimming on it. And yes, I did buy it, no regrets. But for the record, I am not a Zara person. I try to stay away from fast fashion as much as I can, and truly like the quality of a lot of pieces from Zara. Sorry, I just noticed a spider on the ceiling, but it'll be okay. I'll be okay. My husband will be home soon. But the quality of fast fashion pieces just aren't usually where I like my pieces to be. But I did love the look of that dress, and I couldn't find anything else really out there like it. Like I love the asymmetry of it. I loved the color they had. I got the brown one for the record. And I just loved how it looked either on its own and with jeans. So I did purchase it, and I will say the quality actually isn't that bad. I have had pieces from Zara in the past that disintegrate after you wear them a couple times, but this one I've worn a few times and it's actually really good. So I'm happy with it. Here we are. That's what happened. But other pieces that fit into this trend are like those Doen lace trim shorts, and then Reformation has their own version of it too, and I think those are such a great transitional piece. Like you could have bought them in the summer and styled them into fall and even into winter. I'll post a picture here of the most recent drop of like the Doen short, come in black, and like obviously you can wear it in summer with like a tank top or whatever, and into fall with like a sweater, like an oversized sweater, or like a cardigan and like leather or suede jacket. And then in winter with like this, how they wore it with tights and kitten heels and then a cardigan. And yeah, it just looks so good. It's so simple and just so classy. I think for me, like, it's a little too feminine. I just love that look regardless of my own style. I was actually gonna buy this entire outfit, but then I realized that I am liking on me a bit more of like mixing those masculine and feminine styles together in one outfit. So I think for me, if I were to style this, I would wear it with like an oversized blazer or some like knee-high boots that are kind of like more masculine, or even like some loafers or something. But I do love that look so much. I also bought this dress from Doen, the Alyssa dress. It's just like a lace dress, a little sheer, but I wear like a slip underneath it. But also I've been wearing it like over trousers, over jeans, and it looks so good. And that's how I've been styling the Zara one too, over jeans, like over a white pair of jeans. That is like one of my favorite looks of the season so far. It just looks so cute, like the whole dress over jeans or skirt over jeans look. I don't know why, it just, or over trousers, over pants of any kind. I feel like it just looks so good and so modern. So love that look. And then I've also been wearing it with like a t-shirt over top, so just kind of as a dress, but then with my husband's like oversized, it's oversized on me, but oversized t-shirt over top. It just looks so good and effortless, and again, like modern. You just have that bit of like lace peeking out under the bottom. I just love how that looks. But in this underwear as outerwear trend, we also have sheer pieces, which isn't new. We've seen sheer pieces for a few seasons now. We've also seen that micro trend of bloomer style pants, which I think are super cute too. I don't know if I'd buy them for myself. They look really cute, but I did buy these bloomer style shorts from the Frankie shop, which I think are a really cute alternative, and I would wear them more than the pants. I don't know why, but I just really like the shorts version. I feel like the bubble skirt was also trending for a bit now, so I feel like it kind of fits into both. And then in terms of sheer pieces, we're also seeing sheer pieces with embellishments, like this outfit from Lynn Miller. I think it's one of my favorite outfits ever from her. It's so simple, but it's so interesting. And I actually did search and find this skirt that she's wearing on Poshmark, and I ordered it, but it got lost in USPS. And I think it's just like the perfect outfit for like a holiday party or just like going out for a date night. We've also seen a lot of ruffles, like this look on Hannah Schoenberg. She did with a lace dress from her own brand Iraqi under like a kind of baggier suit. I think looks so good. Or there's this look that Emma did with a like simple ruffle top and this maxi suede skirt. It's so simple, but it's also so interesting because of the mixing of textures. The fourth trend I want to talk about, I'm calling the effortless equestrian, which I've also heard of as being called the English countryside aesthetic, or it was also unfortunately repulsively titled the horse girl aesthetic. But regardless, it's my favorite trend this season for sure. It's a bit preppy, it's a bit sporty, it's a bit luxurious, but also lived in. Basically, it's like barn jackets, capes or ponchos, riding boots and capris and like other tall boots, plaid and suede and corduroy and wool, tweed and leather. It's all like the best fabrics and colors and patterns of autumn. They're all very like warm and cozy and just like autumn coated, and it just like makes sense for autumn to wear like these flat boots and these like wool sweaters. And there are so many looks that I've seen recently that have made me fall in love with plaid again and just like see suede in a totally different capacity and just like appreciate it so much more. Like this Amy Song Dior outfit that like altered my brain chemistry. It's just like so gorgeous and so luxurious, and I love it so much. There's this Chloe poncho. There's also this polo Ralph Lauren plaid dress. I love a dropped waist, and I feel like the kind of button-up dresses are really in right now, like shirt dresses, like I guess button-down shirt dresses. Also like this, also it's from Polo Ralph Lauren, but this corduroy dress. It's shorter, but it's like kind of A-line. It looks so cute too. And basically anything suede. Like there's these It's Now Cool pants, which I've had on my wish list for a couple seasons now. I just love seeing more and more products coming out in suede. Obviously there are those like Miu Miu New Balance sneakers that I got last year, but I wear those all the time. But we're also seeing like coats and blazers and bags and like other kind of shoes. I also actually got these Miu Miu loafers in suede. Honestly, anything in suede. I have like 3 suede coats, and honestly I feel like it has to do with my past, because coming from the Pacific Northwest, it's always wet. Like I always say that Vancouver is a city that never fully dries because it's raining like most of the year. And so I could never wear suede. And I think now living in California, I'm like suede everything, like max out the suede because it barely rains here. So it's a lot safer to wear suede. And I think I'm just really leaning into it now because of all the years I've been neglected from wearing suede. But also anything plaid, especially this year. I don't know why I'm so obsessed with plaid. Like I feel like it's very much a neutral pattern, kind of like snakeskin. Like it's not out there. You can really wear it with anything, and kind of into kind of spring too, but you can also get obviously like neutral colors, but also like pops of color too. It's just Plaid is so good. I actually recently invested in this Reformation Cotswolds coat and I'm totally obsessed with it. And I know I'll just wear it season after season. It's definitely a bit heavy for the LA autumn weather. So I'll have to wait to pull it out until it gets a bit cooler, but I cannot wait to wear it. It's like oversized, which is exactly what I want. But it comes with a belt, so you can kind of like belt it like a robe. And I can't wait to be like head to toe plaid, which actually brings me to my next outfit. I bought this set from COS. It's like a plaid turtleneck and then a plaid kind of like midi maxi skirt. Definitely I love wearing it together. At first I was like, oh, this is like too much plaid, because this plaid is actually a little more like bolder of a print, especially the merino wool turtleneck, but worn separately too, it looks so good. Plaid COS set might be a little too trendy for some, and it did involve me stepping out of my comfort zone, but I really do love it. Capris are the newest like wild card, I'd say, and I haven't rushed out to buy any yet, but I do love how people are styling them, like Blanca here with the crop trench coat. They're cute and I love how they look, but I don't think they'd look good on me, at least like not how I want my style to go. I just feel like I have really athletic legs and calves and short legs, and I know like capris, I mean, they can make your legs look shorter, but I just feel like it's not the look for me. I think when I think of capris, I think of like early 2000s like gym workout wear where you, I don't know, I'm kind of traumatized by those for sure. But I have seen girls with athletic bodies like mine wearing capris and it looks so good. And I did see an article on Who What Wear saying that capris and funnel neck jackets are like the it girls fashion formula of the season, which does bring me to my next trend. Funnel neck jackets and or windbreakers. Sorry, I know the lighting got really different. It's because I had to pick up my husband from work, so I had to take a bit of a break and the sun's going down, so that's why it's a bit darker behind me. I personally first noticed and fell in love with this trend when I saw this look at the Paris Fashion Week 2025 Jacquemus show. When I tell you, I was so close to buying this jacket and hiding the bill from my now husband. It's so simple, but it makes an impact, and I think you can kind of tell. I feel like this is an ongoing outfit formula for me, some sort of like suede or like oversized top with like a sheer kind of bottom. But anyways, yeah, I just love the look of this outfit. And since then I've fallen in love with so many other funnel neck jackets. There's this one from Meraki, which I was also very close to buying, and this one from the Frankie shop, which is currently in my cart. And it's taking every ounce of strength in me to not check out. There are so many funnel neck jackets out there now, not only in like this trench coat kind of form that I've kind of obviously fallen in love with, and the suede one too, obviously from Jacquemus, but also in like leather jackets or even like activewear ones. Like I got this bubble one too from the Frankie shop. It matches the bubble or like bloomer shorts that I got from the Frankie shop. Even Lululemon has one. I bought this one, the Lululemon Rain Chaser jacket, back when I was living in Vancouver. So it does have a hood, but it just makes it really wearable, I think, for like all weather too. But yeah, it does have like the funnel neck, and they release new colors every season, and they have this really cute like baby blue one and like a trench coat kind of one too, which I really like. Again, I love this look so much. It's just so functional. Like having that extra fabric there is kind of like almost like having a built-in scarf, but it's also very modern and but like timeless too, I'd say. It's like kind of seasonless. Like I don't think that it's too trendy. I think like next fall, winter 2026, I don't think that if you were wearing a funnel neck jacket, you'd be like, oh, this is so like 2025. It's so like last season. It's just a different neckline. Like it's nothing too out there. And it's also one of those things where you actually might already have something in your wardrobe that has like a funnel neck on it. Like I said, I had that Lululemon jacket, and I had bought that Frankie shop zip up like activewear one that before I even really realized that funnel neck jackets were trending. It's just like a cool modern trend. I love to see it. And the next trend I'm going to talk about is layering. And layering for fall winter is not groundbreaking in any way. It is kind of a no-brainer and kind of essential in order to survive the swings in weather from like day to day or from like morning to afternoon to night. But this season there are a couple new ingredients to the recipe. We're not just layering flannels over t-shirts or like sweaters over tank top. We're layering skirts and dresses over pants. We're layering socks over tights. We're layering like t-shirts over t-shirts, tanks over tanks, and like t-shirts under dresses. And some of the layering we talked about before, having those like lace details kind of poke out at the bottom of like a sweater. I would even count that trend where we're like tying flannels around the waist again. I'd count that as layering too, because you're kind of layering that over your pants, or draping like the sweater over the shoulders vibe. I'd count that as layering too. But I love for this trend, you don't necessarily have to buy anything new. Again, it's nothing that's too trendy. maybe it's something that we've kind of always done. Maybe we're doing it in a different kind of way. Layering will just like always be in. I'm like so quickly losing weight. I'm trying to make this work, but next trend I'm calling ahead of the curve. And this trend is all about accentuated shapes. So think like bold shoulders or like nipped in waist, things that we've definitely seen before and maybe you always dress like this. I'd say the one thing that is kind of newer to me is accentuated hips. And I haven't really seen that a lot in everyday dressing, but in like the Magda Butrym mini dresses, maybe you'd see more of this executed in like barrel leg jeans, which I think people have seen everywhere. And personally, they are my favorite kind of jeans to wear. It's the most like flattering for me. You've also seen like bold shoulders in like blazers. That Naked Advice one that I recommended had bold shoulders. I have a suede leather jacket with bold shoulders from Source Unknown. Alaïa always does a really good job every season playing with shapes and having fun with it, or like Saint Laurent with their tailoring. Even this Christopher Esber jacket I bought from the Frankie shop last year. I think it's called the Luminary coat. That one has shoulder pads in it, and you can also like put a belt around it to accentuate a waist, or do that with really any jacket or any outfit to accentuate a waist. Oh, and also on my wish list, well, I would have bought it if I didn't buy the Reformation Cotswolds coat. This was it was between this jacket and the Reformation one. I can't really justify buying both at this moment in time, but on my wish list is this coat from, it's called Layla Studios. It's from the influencer Larissa, and she recently came out with her own brand called Layla Studios, and it is so gorgeous. It's like this tailored maxi blazer in this like checked pattern. It's a tailored jacket, so the shoulders are there. They're not like super padded or anything, but your shoulders, and then it kind of goes in at the waist, and I think it's just like so flattering and again like modern. It's truly a timeless piece. But all this being said, like I can't say that oversized blazers or oversized anything isn't in anymore. I think an oversized blazer will always be a staple in any wardrobe. I think this trend is more just a way to play up a more minimalist look. I've even heard of it being called the maximalist minimalist trend. It's kind of doing the most with the least, creating interest with shapes instead of using like color or texture or pattern, or like in addition to all of those things. It's just like another way to create interest from any kind of look. And again, like you probably already own some form of this trend, something with padded shoulders or something with a nipped in waist, or it's easy to kind of like create this on your own too. I've heard of people buying shoulder pads from like Amazon and just putting them in jackets they already own, or just putting a belt with anything too. Super easy and affordable and can really just like stand the test of time. Okay, trend number 8, I'm calling brown and more as the new black. The colors of the season aren't surprising at all. Brown is continuing on as the new neutral. It is softer than black, more interesting than beige, but like more forgiving than white, which I am all here for. I have so much brown. I bought mostly brown in the last few years, and I actually have to like actively stop myself from buying more brown. If it's offered in brown, I will go for that product and be like, wait, no, like what other colors? Because I just can't have everything brown. Like I'm starting to look like a cup of coffee everywhere I go, which there's nothing wrong with that, but I do need to get some more variation in my closet. For the other colors of the season, we have green, we have khaki, we have burgundy, we have butter yellow still, we have blue and purple. So yes, we'll be seeing more of these colors everywhere, but also just more options for these colors. Like we're not just seeing them in like sweaters and shirts and whatnot. We're seeing them in like pants and skirts. We're seeing them offered in different textures, like blue suede coats and purple leather skirts and that kind of thing. And that being said, I think there are more modern ways of doing these color trends this season, and that involves like one of 3 different things. One would be, like I said, kind of doing them in a different texture. So something like, yeah, like a blue suede coat, blue suede shoes, kind of doing like a purple leather skirt, maybe like a lilac satin skirt. I've seen brown tights for fall, and I really love the look of that. We've seen black tights year after year after year, but I think the brown offers something that looks a bit more like elegant, again like modern. It's a bit more soft, and I think maybe even more wearable for like the daytime, because sometimes black tights, they can come off as a little harsh and like almost too, I don't want to say like fancy, but like they are kind of like going out for a dinner kind of vibe, or more of like a nighttime kind of vibe. And I think brown tights for daytime are a little more, could be a little more like softer. Another option for a more modern take on the colors this season would be to color drench. So doing it like a color head to toe, but not necessarily the exact same color head to toe, but doing like of the same color family. So for example, I just got these brown jeans, and I also got a merino wool brown sweater from COS, and I have a brown suede jacket. So wearing that all together, like they're not exactly the same color brown, but they're all in the same color family. I've also seen someone with like a purple, I keep saying this, like purple leather skirt with like a lilac satin shirt looked really good, or like army green pants with kind of more like a lime green cardigan. I think that looks really kind of elevated and interesting without being too out there. Again, kind of a way of doing like maximalism with minimalism. And then the third way of doing colors in a modern way this year is modern color combos. So think like deep browns with powder pinks, or soft brown with lilac, which I've done recently and I really love that one. Khaki green and lime green, which I kind of mentioned. Cherry red or burgundy with purple, and like cherry red and zebra print, or like any kind of animal print, again, works really well. But again, I feel like this is one of those trends that are really easy to do because you probably already own something in these colors anyways, and if you don't, there's so many options at like any price point if you wanted to get into this trend this season. Trend number 9, almost there, and I'm calling this one aged leather. And leather, again, is nothing really new for fall. Leather will always be like a go-to or like a classic for fall, autumn, winter. But I feel like especially lately we've been seeing a lot more aged leather. I feel like leather can look really like hard or cold sometimes, but I feel like the aged leather kind of gives it a more warm, cozy look, which is right in line with autumn. And it's a good contrast to all the silks and like lace we've been seeing lately. We've been seeing it in a lot of jackets and skirts and pants, and even accessories like Prada's fall winter 2025 runway. There were these exposed seam like aged leather shoes, which are so nice. Shoes and purses. The thing is, leather items are definitely an investment piece. Even like faux leather, I'm finding, is very expensive. Obviously, the more kind of authentic looking faux leather will be more expensive, but if you don't have it already in your closet, it can be kind of not as easy to acquire. I'm actually on the lookout for a good leather jacket. I've been looking at this one for a while now, for like a couple of years. I just haven't pulled the trigger yet, but it's from Minoki. I think if it wasn't cropped, I would definitely buy it. I definitely want a bit of a longer leather jacket, at least if I'm only going to be really having one, I want it to be a bit longer. But I love how unique it is, and it has, again, all the texture. It's like an aged leather, and I know that's not for everyone. I do feel like leather can be, or leather items can be, such personal pieces because they are such an investment piece and something you will keep with you for such a long time. So I wouldn't necessarily recommend going out and just buying one just to follow this trend. But if you already have like aged leather pieces, definitely pull them out or go to like a thrift shop or something, some secondhand stores. They are going to have some aged leather, and it'll probably be more affordable than buying it brand new and way more unique. So I think that's kind of a good option for that too. And trend number 10 that I'm going to be talking about is called the denim divide. And unfortunately, I can't take credit for this name. I saw it on Thread Styling Instagram, and they did a whole post on it, but basically talking about the ongoing rivalry between skinny or straight jeans and wide leg jeans. Personally, I love a wide leg jean. Like, give me the widest leg jeans you have, I will take them. I actually bought the Tibby Sid jeans. If you're unfamiliar with those, they're like very wide leg, very baggy. If they weren't so expensive, I'd had them in every color. I've actually been searching like the resale sites for them in every color so that I can get those in my closet. But I also have the Agoldi Luna Piece. I think they're called Agoldi Luna Piece high rise barrel leg jeans, something like that. But I actually do have those in 3 different washes because I love them so much. Wide leg jeans are just so comfortable. Like, they feel like sweatpants. They are so flattering, and they definitely fit into my like feminine versus masculine vibe. And as someone who has like more of an athletic body, like I have quads, I have a butt, and I have shorter legs, like it's actually so difficult to find a skinny or straight pair of jeans that not only fit me but actually look good and like make me feel good. So I think that's what this all kind of comes down to, is just wearing whatever makes you feel good, because that'll carry through to your look and you'll exude confidence and style in anything that you wear. And don't get me wrong, like I love the look of a straight leg jean. Like I love how it looks on the Anna Edit. She just bought these Silver Lake London jeans that I haven't tried those ones yet, so I'm very interested to try those on. But those and Melissa always makes straight leg jeans look so good. She's like an influencer from Paris, and straight leg jeans are like the Paris fashion starter pack kind of item, and she always makes them look so good. But I think I can look at them and appreciate that they look good on those people and they style them really well, but also know that it's not for me and my body type, at least not right now. and that's okay. So what do you think? Do you agree? Do you feel like the trends this autumn winter are less trendy and maybe more wearable than seasons we've seen in the past? Let me know below, and be sure to subscribe too, because in my next couple of videos I'm going to be styling these trends and also going over trends that are not only relevant now but will carry us into the spring 2026 season too. But also, if you have any recommendations for straight leg jeans for an athletic body type, that would really help me out a lot. But otherwise, thank you so much for watching, and see you next time. Bye.